We are live. Look who it is. It's Adrian Jackson. What's up, brother? You got some mood lighting going on over there. What is going on with your mood lighting? You're muted. You're muted. Let's get maybe that's the fun Friday experience for today. Is we're gonna.
It's like Blackpool Illuminations. The British people will know what I'm on about. When you've got a kid, they leave every single light on in the house, whether in the room or not. And that's as you can see.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes I just go through the house turning off every single light switch because they're all on.
So do I.
How does that happen? It's an amazing phenomenon. And you know what? There's this website that sells these timer switches. You could just you click it on, and then after a certain amount of time, it just turns itself off. I think that site's called Amazon. I don't know if any of you have heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Fun Friday is upon us. Who is here with us right now? I do see Neil and Jane. Good to see you both as always. Hello, Koila, Ego, Ivier, Sylvia. Star is here in the flesh. Starheart, ladies and gentlemen. There she is. Mark, Suzanne, Mary, good to see you. Elmer and Hung-san. I don't know if Hung-san's with you, but our thoughts are with Hung-san. Julia, good to see Nancy, our favorite yoga instructor. We've got Evelyn and Coral and Cyril, Sandra. Of course, Adrian, we just saw Mandy, Daisy, Adine, Kim, Carl, Sandy, and my screen just shifted. So whoever else was on the screen, Kim, I think. Oh, somebody else. All right. Welcome, everyone. So glad you're here. And this is John Lavenia, in case that was not already apparent. It is Fun Friday. And as is tradition, we end our week with a bit of flippancy. Now, today is going to be a special week because back by popular demand, we've only done this once, and it was out of sheer necessity because I didn't even know I was hosting on the day we did this until like literally 20 seconds before we went live. But we're going to have round robin today. So prepare wins. We're going to share some wins. We're going to share some insights that we gained today. But first, before all that, has anybody got a dog or a cat or a new pet or a goldfish or a joke you'd like to share?
Do kids count? Do kids count? They're pets.
Of course. Yeah. Any sort of wildlife. Yes, absolutely.
Lily, come.
Oh, here, of course, Jane and Neil are going to treat us.
Here is Lily.
Lily.
There's Lily. Our Aunt Carla's coming.
Maybe
I got a joke.
All right. So while we're getting the other dog here, Mark, tickle our ribs if you would, please.
So why did the airplane get sent to his room?
I don't know. Why did the airplane
He had a bad altitude.
He had a bad altitude. Man, that is good. How fitting. How fitting. Jane and Neil, who's this?
This one
is Carla.
Lily's not liking it much.
This is Carla, the little one.
Oh, well, at least give Jane a kiss, Carla. You know,
Yeah.
do something.
No, she's trying to do that.
She's not a kissy doggy, this
Or a
one.
doggy lick or something. Okay.
Oh, Joey.
Fantastic. Beautiful black. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jane and Neil. Adrian's got show and tell going on there. Hey, Adrian J. But I can't hear you. Let's get you unmuted so we can get your camera running too.
I'll introduce my cat. Her name's Ivy, but I call her Terminator because she kills anything in sight and she leaves it on the porch for us.
Wow. Terminator. Good to see. And who? Oh, her twin.
Oh, we've got this one as well. This one here. She's 20.
Whoa.
There's that. Wow.
She's 20.
20 years or months?
20 years.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So there it is. I guess the whole 9 lives thing is semi-true. So well done. Anybody else? Thank you, Adrian. Got to meet your twin.
She's a typical old folk who complains about everything.
It's Paddy.
Nikki.
Paddy.
Yes,
No,
Nikki.
he's just gone. He's been sitting there waiting for you for 5 minutes. No, he's just gone. Sorry.
A bit more assertiveness there on that doggy. What was your dog's name again?
Mine.
Yes.
Paddy.
Patty, right. Patty.
We had tied ourselves into the smallest room in the house in the hope that less firework noise comes through because we had 6 hours of severe head banging stress yesterday. He gets really worked up. I'd never had this dog for a Halloween, Guy Fawkes before, and he really hates them. So I'm going to sit in here with a couple of bags of treats and just try and keep him quiet.
Wow. So Yes.
I have a silly little joke that you can actually tell kids.
Oh, fantastic, Sandy. We like to keep it rated G. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
I'm on my iPad.
Okay.
What did Santa say to Mrs. Santa?
I don't know. What did you say?
It's going to reindeer.
Oh, going to reindeer.
I know. It's
All
silly
right,
little-
keep that one in the hopper for those kids, and I'm going to see if I can pin Nikki's video. Oh, look at this! Can you guys see Nikki and Patty right there? Patty, all right, Patty, you got a bit of showtime here today. All right, anybody else before we get into our round robin experience today? I got one thing that I could show you because you guys are like inner circle peoples. This is something that I'm going to be posting on Black Friday. Black Friday here in the United States is supposedly the biggest shopping day in in the United States, or Christmas season. It is the day after Thanksgiving, which is the fourth Thursday of November this month. So this is going to be hitting my Facebook wall, and I don't know if Stuart's here or I know Mark's here. But this is something that I said, I got to find this picture because I cracked up laughing, and it's a nod to the Brits as well, and a nod to all my metalhead friends. Are you ready for this? Get ready for this. This is a masterpiece. Like whoever made this meme, this whatever this is. You guys see this? Yeah. So this is the original cover of the first Black Sabbath album, and look at that. They got their Samsung TV. I don't know. Is that Ozzy Osbourne? No, I think it's some one of their female friends who just posed for the shot, like she's some witch or something. But man, first time I ever saw that, I busted out laughing, and I found it, and I'm going to post it again. So you guys got to see it first. Black Friday. Of course, that affects us here in the e-commerce space, whether you're in the States or not, right? Whether you call it Black Friday or not, whether you call the day before it Thanksgiving or not. It's a significant day if you're selling into the United States, which who isn't, right? Largest consumer market in the world. That being said, we've had some, I'll just say this. I've had my experience. I'll speak for myself. I've had a wild and interesting week, and it's not over. And if it wasn't for, so I'm going to start the round robin by sharing a win for myself. If it wasn't for the support and the community, I want to say the consistency of purpose, although we're going in lots of different directions with different businesses and different things that we do, which is awesome, right? So there's diversity, okay, but there's also, in addition to that, there's also commonality of purpose or intent. And I think that's, in my experience, and including throughout this week, to be able to just be in communication with people like, for example, yesterday, Nancy hosted our yoga basics session, which I got to attend live, half of anyway. And so I'm still, caring for my wife, and she's recovering from surgery, major surgery. So she's still down. But thank you for being there for me. And I know a lot of times, pretty much everyone who's here has acknowledged, John, thank you for providing and having the vision, to even have this forum, this mastermind, this whatever this is that we're doing. I get as much out of this as anybody, right? So, and I know I've said this plenty of times, I'm not, here to assert my rightness or be anybody's guru or anything like that. I've got a lot of experience in this area, which a lot of people don't. Okay, because I've, out of necessity, had to dedicate a lot of my attention to personal development. Again, out of necessity, and it worked, right? And so I'm still here. And right there is a testament to the principles upon which we base a lot of our decisions, or intend and strive to live up to. Does that mean we're perfect or something? No. But my goodness, we're showing up. And I think just based on the chapter that we read. No mistakes here. Just based on the chapter we read from Think and Grow Rich this week in our book study, which now has 2 sessions per week, one that's more congenial for American hours and Australians, one that's more congenial for Brits and I guess Americans too, because it kind of overlaps. But we had the chapter on persistence from Napoleon Hill. What great reminders in there. So I want to also acknowledge Mandy for what she did, with bringing that to the British market. right? So we've got that twice a week now. And then also, looking at all the people who gave of their time this week, nobody held a gun to anybody's head, right? Everybody showed up by choice, right? We had tremendous sessions with, of course, Stuart, with e-commerce work group. We had, let's see, let me go back in the week and just see all the stuff that we did that I'm grateful for, a lot of which I didn't have to be the guy with all the answers. So I guess that's maybe one of the biggest parts of what I'm saying here, is that thank goodness for others on the path who also know stuff, because it was all up to me. Oh my goodness, what a world that would be. So we had our e-commerce work group with Stuart, of course, our first book study on Monday, right? By the way, if you're seeing this on the interwebs and you're wondering, how do I get into all this? Just go to JL Success Mastermind and grab yourself a free trial account. I would say do it now, because we've got a lot more members who are looking to join this, and it's going to be packing out and we're going to have to cut it off. Right now, the group is small and intimate, which has been nice, right? We're really enjoying, everybody pretty much knows everybody here. But there's so much more that happens behind the scenes. We have, of course, the hospitality suite that's running pretty much 24 hours a day. We had Adventures in Mindset, again, with the Llama King himself, Stuart. We had Corporate Curios with Ivier. That's a new one that's on the calendar now each week. We had our second book club on Wednesday. We had Life and Business Tools with Adrian Garner, and different Adrian than the one who was holding up the cats, and with Ego. We also had Networking Magic with Glenn Henderson on Wednesday night. Great and fun way to end the night and learn about how we expand our reach into the marketplace and basically make friends and possibly do business, right? I mean, that's one result that can come from that. And then we had Yoga Basics, as I already mentioned, with Nancy yesterday. We had Global and Tactical Marketing with Mark Riggle, who was talking about real interesting stuff. Mark, I haven't had a chance to review all of it yet, but thank you for your service, sir. And then this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning where I sit, Ego was back out with Tech Talk, talking about some really good tech stuff and how it can enhance your life and your business experience, right? We're going to end up today with our closing session, which is heard, right? So you get to, especially if you're new here, if you're maybe a little bit shy, a few of us get together and I'm here to listen. Thoughts, questions, ideas, right? So this is truly an empowering experience for me. And I know it is for you as well, or you wouldn't be here. No one's holding a gun to your head either. So thank you. Thank you once again for being on this journey with me. And with that, the floor is open. We're going to just go round robin with this. You can raise hands and we can go in order. Although I do see Star Hart, who, my dear, I have not seen you for a couple of weeks. It's so good to see you. You want to get us kicked off? Is that why you're unmuted? You've got something to say?
Oh, I didn't realize I was unmuted. Sorry, I didn't think, sorry. It's been that long since I've been on. I didn't even realize, but no, I'm happy to come up.
Okay.
Yeah, hi everyone. It has been a while, but yeah, I've been dealing with some stuff, and I have still been in contact with some of you, those of you who know who you are. I have always known that everyone is here, but yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm back. Fun Friday. Really glad that Shannon's on the mend. And I know that you've been also going through, well, a lot of us have been going through, I don't know, Nicola, was there something in the stars? Is there some retrograde motion going on that's caused a hell of a lot of turmoil over the last few weeks? Because I know it's not just me that's been going through it. It feels like we've come through it a little bit now. I feel like I've regained my composure and my perspective on the challenges that life throws at you. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know. And yeah, just thank you, all of you who know who you are, who've been supporting me over the last few weeks, and onwards and upwards.
Yeah. One thing I had to remind myself of a lot, and my daughter this week as well, because, everybody's got their issues and problems and everything, is that everything's temporary. Everything's temporary. this too shall pass. And so, so glad to see you, Star. And thank you for sharing a win. And the win is that right here in this community, you've had people who are supporting you in various ways as you go through some trials over there. So
yes, thank you.
You're awesome. We all know you're awesome. I hope you know you're awesome. I hope so.
I think I might have remembered that just this week.
Right. Good. That's it. Because look, life will beat you down into apathy, right? Unless you stand up. And so we've got a lot of empowered and empowering people here. Thank you, Star. We're going to go to Elmer and Nicola. I'm guessing it's Elmer. It could be Hung San. Who knows who's behind the camera? Let's get you guys out here. Elmer, Hung San, you've got the mic.
Hey everyone, it's Elmer. I'm so glad to just jump on this Friday. I mean, we've all been missing everyone, and I mean, you know, I think to Star's point, it's so nice to just check in with the group because you guys have so much positive energy, and yeah, there have been a lot of things that have been going on. You know, Hung San has been at it at work, and she's been enjoying the team that she's been asked to join, so she's great. And then I myself have sort of been consulting and helping one of my friends out open a new retail concept that just opened last week, so been super crazed with that, and just, you know, having a reminder from this group about just being intentional and purposeful in everything that we do. And, you know, I think for both of us, it's been so nice to actually be contributing and putting value out amongst the team and in the world that we've been trying to, you know, regain after having been away from work for so long. One of my other biggest wins this week was, you know, I'm still in the process of looking for work, and I literally submitted one application that just had popped up last week. I emailed the CEO and my potential boss and the other VP, and the CEO actually wrote back to me and sort of has moved me to like the pre-screening stage. So that was unbelievable. And, you know, I sort of like attribute it to everyone here in terms of law of attraction, being purposeful and intentful. And just, it's so great to see everyone's faces again.
Thank you, Elmer. So glad you're here. And congratulations again to Hung San. What breakthroughs she's had.
Yeah.
Wow. And anyone who's been hanging around with us for a couple of months, you got to witness it right here. I mean, that right there, I'll take all the evidence I can to know that I'm on the right path, because right, there is such a thing as doubt. And what have we studied in some of the various books, right? Or things that we've quoted here. You know, the way of certainty, the way of no doubt. Dorothea Brand may have said it best in her classic Wake Up and Live, great book, where she said her whole life changed with one line: act as though it were impossible to fail. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah. So we're going to go to Nicola. Hey, Nicola, we missed you this week. You doing good, my friend?
No, listen, I'm only about 60 or 70%, so I'm a little bit slow, but I just wanted to jump on and just say thank you to everyone who just sent. I got so many messages from people, notes on Facebook, and just means a lot. I mean, a couple of months ago, I didn't even know you guys, and we're now like a kind of virtual family. So it meant a lot, because living on your own, isolated, obviously the lockdown's kicked back in again. Just know there's people out there looking out for you. It meant a lot. But no, I think it not so much a win, unless you count watching about 15 movies back to back, a win. What I realized this time is it's pretty much took me out since about Sunday. And normally I would have fought it, and I would have kept pushing and pushing, and I'd still be working, I'd still have the laptop on. And this time I thought, I'm not. I'm just going to completely let it do what it needs to do. And probably for the first time in my life that I've actually done that, because I've always still just had to be doing something, and I didn't. Today is the first time I put the laptop on, other than a few Facebook posts, obviously. So I just think that's probably, for me, quite a big internal change, and a win, because it's something that ordinarily I wouldn't do, and it probably would have dragged on longer than it has. So I'm almost back. So Thank you.
Well, thank you, Nicola, and we'll be looking to hopefully have you back with our was it Tuesdays, right? We got a little group meditation that gets together. So beautiful stuff. Thank you for all you do. Let's go to Mark, Lieutenant Colonel Mark. How are you, sir?
John, doing great this morning. Wins. Well, I get some pics sent off to Wayne. I'm going to secure his services. The guy's just amazing. I like what he does. The rain is here in our area. Finally, the summer is over, and it's nice to see some rain. I know some people probably going, God, yeah. I guess I'll give it a week or two and see if the honeymoon's over, and then maybe I'll be complaining along with them. But right now, just seeing the rain, washing things away, and just it's just a great feeling to finally see that come back and help our plants and the greenery up here. For those who didn't see it, I just want to make a reminder to everybody. I did upload a file from yesterday's session, and if there are some people that are interested, Julia and Stuart in particular provided some really fun input last night, and it was great to hear. So it was a rather unique session. We kind of took a big detour, but it was kind of deja vu because it was something that I put together 7 years ago, and some things that we're seeing today kind of mirror what's going on right now in a way. So just that's the little teaser. I've had some great e-commerce wins this week, and I think the biggest win that I've had is just being here with everybody and being on this environment, John, and just this whole family. And my mindset now and where I'm at compared to where I walked in here in March is just night and day. And I salute everybody here, and I'm so glad to be a part of everybody in this group. And I'm just I'm going to be here, man. This is a pointed place of duty for me every single day of the week. It's my addiction, man. If I had a vice, this is it right now, right here, brother.
Wow. Well, Mark, you mentioned that, and I know you've seen plenty of plenty of ups and downs. You've also seen plenty of opportunities to engage in personal development and different things, leadership. By the way, for anyone who's new to, and doesn't know exactly who Mark is, he was a lieutenant colonel, U.S. Marine Corps, studied a lot in the field of leadership, which is super important. In that or in any field, really. One of the things that come up for me when I think about leadership and I think about what you intend to foster here with the group and anyone who's looking to be a leader in their own lives, one of the things that comes up for me is the quote out of Think and Grow Rich, chapter on organized planning. I know we covered that a week or two ago, and where Napoleon Hill says, decide at the outset whether you intend to become a leader in your chosen calling or remain a follower. The difference in compensation is vast. The follower cannot reasonably expect the pay to which a leader is entitled, although many followers make the mistake of expecting such pay. That's a direct verbatim quote, by the way. I've read it so many times and I burned it into my brain. I'm like, that right there. Hill talks about, find the secret in the book. Well, there's a few so-called secrets. None of it's really a secret. But for me, that was a ton of bricks. That was like, whoa. All right, so are you doing this for real or are you a fraud? Right? Think about that. Right? So it's time to take inventory. In fact, in that same chapter, he gives us, here's inventory. Here's your checklist. Here's the 30 major causes of failure. In fact, here's number 31 for good measure. Fill in the blank with whatever excuse I didn't think of, and now you can think of it. That's so rich. It is just so rich. A lot of times, I don't see any other hands up, but anyone who wants to raise their hand, we'll get you out here next. But I guess it's back to me because that's how we do a round robin. I see Koila. Okay, we'll get you out here, Koila. When I think of the what was I going to say? The inventory, right? So we're examining the 30 major causes of failure, right? That is something that is not a lighthearted thing to do per se. If we can get real with ourselves, if we can confront our own character defects, weaknesses, avoidances, indecision, tendencies. If we can confront that, well, that's a very introspective, it's a very personal development kind of thing to do. And I can tell you, having been in that space for as long as I have, and been to millions of, motivational seminars, webinars, workshops, courses, audio programs, books. I've invested over $300,000 into my own personal development. And I could tell you that anyone who conceives that is somehow, just some fluffy, motivational whatever, and this isn't really where the rubber meets the road, they have no idea what they're talking about. Personal development is not for wimps. Self-mastery is like the toughest game in the world, but it's also the best game you could play, because what's the alternative? So no, personal development is not for wimps. So thank you, Mark, for bringing an air of leadership, to the group. Mark's awesome. I mean, he may not look like much, but what a great guy. I haven't told that joke in a while, and it's Fun Friday. Thank you. Koila has the floor. Hello, Koila, off the coast of Scotland.
Hi there. And you're just fine, Mark. You just don't pay any attention to John. You're allowed to ignore him this one time. You have everybody's permission. Just a couple of things I wanted to say. And as to wins, being able to go to book club this week was a win. That was really enjoyable. We had a really good discussion. So thank you so much for Mandy for doing that. And anybody else who hasn't been there or worked out it's there, come along. It's good. And the other thing is, I decided at the weekend that I was going to get involved with our development trust on the island. So that's my next step in the getting involved in the community scenario. And I'm gradually emerging in my personal life to having a bit of organization and a time in my life and stuff, which is why I decided to do the development trust thing. So that's me.
Well done. Koila, making the progress. Good to see you, my friend. Always.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Let's go to Neil and Jane.
Hi, I just wanted to share a little win with everyone.
Jane?
It's not so much a little big win, I guess. It's our eldest little girl, Aisha, has been quite poorly this week with colitis.
Dog, that is.
The dog.
Not any of their daughters.
Yeah, well, I think they know they're talking about the dog. Where's the hope? So quite worrying because she's only 15, and each time she has these episodes, you think, oh, is this going to be her time? But fantastic news is that she's actually turned a corner and she's seems to be okay again. So yes, that's a good win.
Fantastic. So look, there's always something to be grateful for, and I know a lot of times we have maybe have to be a bit deliberate about that, right? Yeah. I've made some gratitude lists in my brain anyway. It's good to write them down too. But good to hear that she's doing well. Thank you so much, Jane.
Get to sleep tonight as well, which is cool.
Yeah, good
Another
stuff.
win.
All right, let's go to Sonia, then Julia. Hey, Sonia, you've got the floor, and then Julia.
Sonia. And how's it going? It's good to see your faces. Don't really have this is a win. I'm going to call this a win. I want to say a big thank you to the group.
We love you, Sonia.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Sorry. Past couple months have been hell on wheels, and I usually keep things pretty close, and I don't talk a lot about things because I don't want them to keep going, right? You don't want to talk about the bad stuff. Anyway, a couple people from the group have reached out with support and friendship, asking where I am, how I'm doing. Really appreciate that. But my win is that the past 2-3 months being part of this group, I'm now making decisions based on what's going to make me thrive, what's going to allow me to really grow and change and be successful, because God damn it, I have fans and I can't disappoint my fans. So that's the win I'm sharing. And I'm sorry for getting emotional. I usually don't.
Thank you, Sonia. And you do have fans, don't you? You do have fans. So glad you're here. And you've had some advancements as well, I know, in your professional life. So
yes, I start my new job on Monday.
There you go. There you go. So you even have fans in the business space as well. So so glad you're here, and this is just the beginning. So no worries, no reservations regarding the emotions of it all too. Our attitude is the culmination of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. All right. So feelings are in there as well, and it's a big motivator, right? Motion and emotion are pretty close. All right, let's go to Julia, and then anybody else who wants to speak. Julia, you've got the floor.
All righty. Well, Sonia, I would echo that we're all here for you. And I want to say that I have been a little bit envious of all the closeness of everybody in this group because I haven't been as active a participant. And when I miss it, I feel bad, not because I feel guilty, but I feel like I'm missing out. So you guys have been awesome, and I love how everybody has stepped up to lead and do all these wonderful things. And Mark, your session last night was so much fun. I've had some financial challenges lately, but it's been easier because of the positive mental attitude that my husband and I have been developing toward all these things. And a large part of that comes from the readings and being with all of you guys. And, I just got hit with a $1,500 double car repair bill, which was like, ugh. But it's easy to just kind of let that go and look toward good things happening. As far as wins, we've had some challenges with our Amazon business with dealing with some folks in China and trying to get things to work out with what we're trying to produce. But we've also had some wins, and I'm excited because I'm going to soon get a contract back from a lawyer that I can use with some artists that we're contracting with, and the artists are very excited to work with us. And so that's a big deal. And I feel like we're finally moving ahead. It seems like the Amazon train has been stalled on the tracks. And I just feel like we're finally moving ahead. And then that also gives hope for financial things in the future. And anyway, overall, I just want to thank you, John, and thank everybody else, because this is such an empowering group, and the closeness that everybody has. I mean, even though I don't know you guys all that well, I still feel the support, and I want to know you better. I will be out of pocket next week, driving to Denver to see my daughter and my granddaughter for her first birthday. So I'll be here probably on Monday, but not the rest of the week. But I send you all my love and my thanks.
Thank you so much, Julia. So glad you're here. And you bring a lot. Oh, do I see Hung San? It can't possibly be. Is that Hung San?
Hello. Hi.
Oh my goodness. We were just talking about you.
Oh, really? I'm getting to work from home today. But I was
wow.
But yeah, it's nice to see everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't be on the call. I had to finish something, but hello, everyone.
Well, you're on the call now, and we're just celebrating with you. And congratulations. We were actually saying, we witnessed a transformation right here over the course of just a couple months. And you were exhibit A.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and call a couple people out here. In fact, with the two people who suggested we do this round robin, Evelyn Melendez and Ivier Barnabas. So which one of you want to come out here first and talk? Evelyn, you've got the floor.
I'm here. So I wanted actually to raise my hand to talk because it brings up a very important subject. I've seen that many of our family and friends have not been with us for the last couple of weeks because of life getting in the way. Many situations, John. And I was thinking about this, and there is no way I can get through my day or week, and I'm sure that Mark is going to agree with me, if I'm not here. If I'm not plugged in, it's too difficult. Mindset is not for the weak. It really isn't. And I will speak for myself. I cannot get through my very busy, hectic life if it's not because I'm here. And you guys give so much to all of us. You never know what word you're saying that is touching someone else. And I take it all in from you guys. You say that I am very positive and very upbeat, but trust me, it's not on my own. It's because of what every single one of you guys contribute. It doesn't allow me to feel alone, because what one of you guys may have been going through my mind. So I'm going to stress out that you guys, please plug in. We have so much value here every day. John went through that when he started the session. Look at everything that is being provided to all of us to move forward in our business. And this is supposed to be a fun session. It is a reunion of many people we haven't seen in a while. But you guys, when you feel down, come back. You need this more than anything. You need others to lift you up. Does that mean that I never feel that way? Heck no. I'm as human as every single one of you, but this is my medicine. This is my to-go place, and I carve out the time. I make it up, later on in the evening, if you will, no TV. If I need to catch up with something for work, then I do it at a time that I would normally be sitting down and enjoying maybe a movie. That doesn't mean that I live working, but when we are down, when we are not feeling well, listen to what people are saying here. Listen to John, listen to all the speakers that we have that so kindly volunteer their time. And I'm not talking about, oh, today we're going to talk about blah, blah. No, this takes preparation. This takes time. And they're dedicating their life hours of the day researching to teach us, to talk to us. And here we are. So when you're down, when you're feeling alone, when you feel that there is no hope, that you're going through something nobody else, we are here. We have told you that before. And we have our host, our boss, the magnet, John, that he delivers. And you guys, we're not going through what he's going through in his house. He has to take care of his wife, and she's been going through what I went through 15 years ago. So thank you, John, for everything you do, for creating this site where we feel it's a safe place for all of us to come and talk and share and have that lending hug ear, gosh, what else can I possibly say? Thank you to all of you, because you all contribute. Every single one of you guys give so much to all of us, but please don't leave. When you're feeling down, come back. It's when you need to be here the most. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Evelyn. And on that note, and a lot of people may know this, Evelyn is sort of the social media master, not only here for the JL Success Mastermind, but also with our companies that my wife and I run. We've had Evelyn doing some work for us. Evelyn, forgive me, I am remiss. And I feel like, as much as I do, I need to do more. And because there's more to be done, which is always the case. But Evelyn, and I'll just make a sort of a casual announcement on this, Evelyn has made her professional services available to everyone in this group for extremely, rock bottom basement prices, right? So I need to create, and I intend to create, some sort of a portal where you can get access to that. If you're looking for like technical help, setting up things and accounts and what have you. I don't know all the ins and outs of what Evelyn does, but she does. Right? So that's good. So just so you know, we've got not only, the, emotional, moral, ethical support, psychological support of, everything we do here. We also have some extremely talented people who can do stuff. Right. So thank you for that, Evelyn. And, yeah, so stay tuned for that, or contact Evelyn directly and she can get you on board with some time-saving professional services. All right, before we go to Ivier, who I'm going to force out onto the stage here any moment, I see Toba's hand is up. Hello, Toba. How are you?
Hi, John.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too. Very interesting topic today. And I really want to ride on what Evelyn has just said. I remember the first meeting I attended here. I wasn't really sure if I belong here, to be honest. That day I said, was I really belong here? But believe me, the message, the inspiration, the motivation and the interaction between everybody in the group blew me to the meeting, and I couldn't resist it. I have to be coming on and off every day. And as I speak to you now, just like Mark has said, this has become my magnificent obsession. Anytime I miss any of this meeting, I feel it. And I knew that there is a place I'm supposed to be. Why am I not here? And that has always been the case every time. I remember when I joined, I was facing a very difficult time in my work. But this group actually keep me alive. The motivation, the inspiration, the insight and the knowledge I got from this group actually make me to pass through that difficult period of my life. As I speak to you now, I have a win as well, because I did my end of the year appraisal yesterday and was fantastic. And believe me, I knew that what I've actually got from this meeting really helped me to be able to get to that level. And in fact, I got a real review, a recommendation from a group I never expected to get any positive recommendation from. I was shocked. And I hold that to all of this group who has helped me to build a better version of myself. So like just to ride on what Evelyn has just said, this is a place to be. You keep on learning, you keep on improving. And thank you, John, for making this possible. You've really helped us and we've really learned from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toba. Thank you. It's such a reminder. And as Toba and Evelyn were just saying, there's a reason why we meet here as often as we do, sometimes 3 and 4 times a day, with different topic discussions, which may or may not be of interest to you in this particular thing, but our general session is for everyone. And because we've got more in common than we have differences, right? We've got, look at Toba, and then look at Evelyn, and then look at me, right? Ivier and Jane and Janet. Where's Janet? Is Janet here? Yeah, so many different personalities, but one of the foundational principles which Toba and Evelyn just reminded me of is to always place principles before personalities. Principles before personalities. If I didn't have that precept burned into my brain early on this path, I wouldn't have made it. And so I keep coming. I keep showing up, right? Because I never know. Janet came to mind because just the other day, I never know what somebody's going to share, which may be a good reminder for me, right? Janet was talking about, in fact, Nancy did a bit of this in her, I'm sorry, I'm scattered here, guys, breathing, right? And like having, creating balance, objective balance, right? This side, that side. You guys remember Janet kind of threw that in there right at the end of our session a couple days ago. And then Nancy did like a breathing yoga thing with us yesterday. So these things, look, I was frantic yesterday. And then when Nancy's yoga session came up, I was like, it's time for yoga. And guess what? I wasn't frantic anymore, right? And I probably got more done because of that, because then my guns were reloaded. And now I look back at my calendar and I saw all those clients I had to call, and I was able to bang them out. And then I was able to delegate the ones that I had to delegate and move the other ones that I definitely wasn't going to get to today. I'm going to put them on tomorrow. Guys, you should see my calendar. Holy crap. You should see my calendar today. Plus I got a film shoot this afternoon. So how can I get all that done? Got to stay up, right? Can't have face down in the mud and get all this stuff done. Excuse me. I'll tell you one person who doesn't have his face down in the mud is Adrian Jackson. This guy, man, all you got to do is see his face and you start smiling. Hey, Adrian.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Oh, sorry, there he is.
I was having my tea, so I had to disappear for 5 minutes. So I was hoping I didn't miss the end of it, because I want to share some wins today. I've been doing this now since since May now, and I've read dozens and dozens of the books what you suggested, John, and including other books. Today, that is starting to become reality. What I mean by that is I don't think of downers. I don't think of defeat. I don't think of what if this happens? What if that happens? My attitude now is it will happen. I've memorized me statements. I read that to myself every night and every morning. And I can see it's starting to materialize now. I launched my first brand 2 weeks ago. And I sold out my first brand. I said I still only starting small. I sold my first 50 of my brand within 10 days. I've just put the next one in, and it only went on Wednesday, and I've sold 20% of the stock. I'm due to get another one, which I got this weekend, which we're going on next weekend. I've just looked at the biggest win-win for me now is I'm starting to get the German market. I've got a 100% buy box in UK. I've got 100% buy box in Germany. I've got 100% buy box in Italy, and I've got 100% buy box in France. I'm selling more to Germany with my brand than I am to the UK. I've launched another product today, yesterday, and some of them starting to sell. And I'm launching another product, a new product this weekend. It's only 10 of them, see how it goes. And I'm really going up in the world. And a big win for me now is I can concentrate on me Amazon business more now because I've been furloughed again. So at the moment, I've been finishing work, doing 3 or 4 hours in the evening, and then doing things what I like doing, and then going to bed. But now I can spend more time concentrating on my business, and everybody in here are fantastic. I love you all, and we will do this journey together, and we will get where we're going. But thank you, everybody, and I love you all, and we will make it together. And that's it.
Thank you, brother. And thank you for the demonstration of motion and emotion, right? You're up, so are your stats. So when I feel good, I do good. Thank you, my friend. Let's drag Ivier Barnabas out onto the stage here, if that's okay with you, Ivier. We got to hear something from you. What's your story?
Hello, John. Hi, everyone. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, I just flipped through everyone's screen just to see everyone's faces. Do you know how many continents and how many countries are represented on this platform every day? I mean, just think about
all but Antarctica. We're woefully bereft of Antarcticans.
I mean, to think that this has been born in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. I mean, John, I know I say this, and that's why I'm saying I'm probably sounding like a broken record, but this is amazing. That is a major win, because everywhere we look, left, right, and center, things are crumbling, falling apart. Companies are going bankrupt, letting people go. But here we are building something, and not just anything, but something of value. I mean, everyone that's spoken today, we can see the changes that they've experienced, the material benefits they've derived from this group. I mean, listening to Toba, who joined us for the first time and didn't feel he was part of this, but now cannot resist not being here. And when he's not, he feels he's missing something in his life. Mark is the same. Julia, I mean, you said you were, I use this word very loosely and in quotes, jealous of the strong connections that we have as a family. But what I want to say to everyone out there, whether you speak up all the time, or you drop something in the chat, or you're just quiet on your screen listening, know that you are a part of this family. Without you, it won't be the same. So you have something to contribute. You are highly valued. I mean, this platform that John has created is a safe space. You can show up as yourself, whatever that means, whatever gifts you have, whatever talents you have, whether you're introvert, whatever it is, you are more than welcome on this platform. There is a place for you here. You fit, with this family. We value you highly. You have a contribution to make. So whether you just sit quietly or you're somebody like me who needs to be, told to shut up and not talk too much, we love you. We welcome you. I mean, I was just looking at Hun Sang. I mean, I wish I could go through the screen and give her a bear hug right now. I mean, I look at her, her smile. I mean, just imagine the growth that we've seen in our family members on this call, from being quiet and not saying anything. But look at how strong she is. And she's contributing not just here to this family, but now to an organization. And you have all been part of that journey. I mean, look at Adrian J. He's just said he's been let go again, but you don't see him down in the dumps. He's actually excited. He's like, okay, what's the next chapter? What's the next adventure? Bring it on. Now it's not the normal mindset. When you look at people out there, that's not a normal reaction. So that should tell you that whatever is happening on this platform, it's amazing. If I go to Neil and Jane, I mean, Jane reached out to Evelyn a few weeks ago when Neil wasn't feeling well. But guess what? We were only celebrating his 60th birthday the other day. And when you look around, we haven't lost any member of this family. We're all still here, fully accounted for, safe, well. We have the next generation following hot on our heels, from Elvie to Olivia to Grace, Bill's granddaughter. I mean, we're infectious. I mean, this is going places. I mean, I'm so expectant for what this is going to become and the stories we're going to have. I mean, I listened to Mark and how he just went a whole different direction last night. I mean, the reason why I didn't say anything, Mark, was I was just speechless, because I thought, not only have you come into your own as a leader, but you're stretching us beyond what we could have imagined. I mean, I look at Stuart. He started off as the Llama King, but his last session was about a badger. I mean, how? And the llamas were playing with the badger. I mean, if you haven't seen the replay, go catch the replay. And then you look at Nancy, with everything she's got going on, she still does the yoga with us. And you've heard of the benefits people are having from the yoga sessions. And then I go to Nicola. I mean, her meditation sessions, I'm not always on there, but just look at her mindset. She's finally just said, you know what? If my body is saying it needs to rest, I'm going to give it that time to recharge. But she's going to be back. Mandy, who did Books for Britain for the first time this week, she was nervous and couldn't believe. She was like, oh my God, will I be able to do this? And we all said, Mandy, you got this. We're right there behind you. And it was a fantastic first session. So you guys are all amazing. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're not doing, whatever you think you have, whatever you think you don't have, you are welcome on this forum. You are part of us. We're not letting you go anytime soon. I mean, Sonia, we love you to bits. I mean, we're sending huge hugs your way. You got so much going for you, woman. You are strong inside and out. Star, you are beautiful. I mean, you're a single parent. And look, you bring Elvie onto the calls. I mean, can you imagine? She is going to make your name famous in the land. You are a phenomenal mother. So don't for 1 second think, yes, on one hand, stuff might be going on, but you've still got so much to offer. I mean, look at John and everything he's got going through. He's going through at the moment. Trinity is still doing what she needs to do. He's still being a father to her. Shannon's getting stronger every day. I mean, it's amazing. So let's just, I mean, Evelyn, thank you so much for what you do on Facebook, pulling us together, reminding us to celebrate each other. But, if there's anything going on, you're looking for someone to talk to, you don't know where to go, what to do, you've got a family here. We've got your back every day, any day. Reach out. You are not alone. Don't feel isolated. Don't even believe that you're isolated, and don't feel cut off. Just reach out to any one of us. I mean, Ego, she's got a full-time job. She still does tech talks, come what may, rain or shine, 12 noon every Friday. I mean, the level of commitment in this group, I don't know where else you're going to get this kind of commitment. And so, guys, I just want to say, you guys are my love family, my tribe, my peeps. Let's just keep going on because, yeah, the sky's the limit and beyond for us. So, yeah, John, you wanted me to talk? I hope that was enough.
Thank you. Thank you. Good stuff. All right, we're all awake now. Hands are going up. We are 5 minutes to the top of the hour. Star, get Star out here, and then we'll wrap up with Jane and Neil. Hey, Star.
Hi, I just wanted to respond to what Ivier said, and I think I'm still a bit stilted. When I started earlier, I was a bit unexpected. I didn't realise my mic was on, etc. But thank you, Ivier, for all those amazing things that you've said, and it is absolutely true. I had a big crisis, I had a big bit of a breakdown, and I was in crisis, and for well over a week until my friends from this group started to contact me to see where I was and what was going on for me. And it was, it was at that point, and I had a call actually from you, John, and it was then, and then I spoke to Jane and Neil, and then I spoke to Evelyn, and then I spoke to, it was at that point that I started to come back, and it's taken me this couple of weeks since then to I've been here on the call, but in the background with my camera off, because I just haven't been ready to engage. But thank you all, and it is testament. It's exactly what you just said, Ivier, exactly everything that you just said, that we are all here. And yeah, and also I just wanted to say Stuart, who's not here today, but he dedicated, pretty much designed his call on Tuesday that was at UK time for Elvie. It was just adorable. His whole call about this story about the badgers, little sweet pea, and Elvie just loved it so much, and she just feels so like he was including her and so, Elvie, what do you think of this? All the way through the whole story setup, and like I mean, gosh, that is such a beautiful thing for an 11-year-old to have such an interactive, international, incredible, intelligent, educational, wonderful, everything group. And I tell you what, when I put her to bed after that night, she was just buzzing, absolutely buzzing. It was hard to get her to go to sleep. It was like, come on, sleep. She loved it, absolutely loved it. And gosh, bless Stuart, he's so sweet. Yeah, so thank you all. And yeah, I'm gonna be reflecting over some of the things I've been doing to make myself feel better over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and I'll probably come back and share some of those things with you, because I've been doing some, I've been working hard on myself to get myself strong again. So I'll be coming back over the next weeks to share some of those things with you.
Thank you, Star. Here we go. Anyone who's looking for that Badger, was it Badger Rehab? It was called. That's in our recorded archive under Adventures in Mindset, Tales from the Trail with Stuart Wild. Yeah, good stuff. Let's wrap up with Jane and Neil, and we're going to get on with our day. Jane and Neil.
Hi, John. It's me this time.
Hey.
First of all, I want to say to Toba, you are always included in this group. There's no way that anybody is excluded from this group. The next thing I want to say is thank you to everybody to reaching out. Obviously, when I was unwell a couple of weeks ago, and the support and love you all gave to Jane was immeasurable. And it's taken me a couple of weeks just to get back firing on all cylinders, but I will be back and helping Stuart out again with some of his tech talk. He's asked me to help him out again, and also helping Evelyn with her advertising campaign. And then thank you all for your birthday wishes yesterday. I know it's unbelievable, and none of you can believe that I've ever reached 60. And I know such a right, steady. But again, thank you all so much. Where we would be without this group is it's unbelievable. One, we've actually not, because of obviously everything that's been going on in the last couple of weeks, we really have we haven't been focused as much on Amazon as we would have normally been. However, today we went over £9,000 in turnover since we started, which again, is unbelievable. So that's it, really. Just thank you all so much, and thank you all for being there.
Awesome. Thank you, Neil. And so glad you're here with us. 60 years. Can you guys believe this? Jane can. Not sure about the rest of us. Thank you. And over 9,000 pounds so far in revenue. So just the beginning.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
Guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you all for another fun Friday. We're going to get back together here. We do not have integrative nutrition today. Therese is traveling or indisposed or whatever, so we're not having integrative nutrition. But of course, we're going to wrap up with Be Heard at 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. So I will see everyone there. Thank you again. Have an awesome rest of your morning. All right. See you soon.
Have a great day, everybody, and good